So in the 1980s, the personal computer came out, and it was often marketed as a toy for boys. So if you read it, Steve Jobs' biography, Mark Zuckerberg, what will this say? My parents bought me a computer when I was 12 years old, I took it apart, and boom, I thought about Facebook, right? Transformative experience for them in getting this device that helped them tinker and understand where the world was going, and it inspired them. Well, girls similarly did not have that experience. And in fact, the reverse happened. All of a sudden, we started creating a culture where it was cool if you were a girl to say that you hate math. I speak in a lot of rooms like this. I was in Reno, Minnesota, just 5 days ago. And I was speaking to high schools across country because I'm obsessed with girls and talking to them. And in any room that I talk to, and I'll ask them, how many of you have ever said, I hate math? Every hand is raised. How many of you have ever said, I hate to read? I hate to write? No hands raised. How did we create a culture where we allow our girls to say they hate something that is so critical to their success in our economy? How did that happen? How did we create a culture where you can walk into a Forever 21 and buy a t-shirt that says, I'm allergic to algebra? Where we celebrate the movie Mean Girls, where she crosses off the A+ on her exam and makes it a D just so she seems like she's cool. How did that happen? And television and media has played an enormous role in perpetuating that. If you think about it, in the 1980s, we basically groomed what I call, the programmer, right? Weird Science, Revenge of the Nerds, War Games, you guys know what I'm talking about. I'm 40, I think you guys are pretty much the same age as me. We watch those movies, right? The dude in a hoodie, sitting in a basement somewhere, he's drinking a Red Bull, he hasn't showered, no one likes him, right? And little girls look at him and they say, I don't want to be him and I don't want to even hang out with him, right? And we've perpetuated that myth from the 1980s till today in Silicon Valley. And you simply cannot be what you cannot see. And if you think about it, in the 1970s, 10% of doctors and lawyers were women. 10%, not that long ago. In my law school class, 55% were girls. More than half of doctors and lawyers today are women. How did that happen? I decided that I wanted to be a lawyer when I saw Kelly McGillis on The Accused. I thought she was awesome, right? Smart, brilliant, beautiful. And it was because of Kelly McGillis, LA Law, Grey's Anatomy, Ally McBeal. We constantly inundated our girls on television with female doctors and lawyers that were smart, that were hot, that were interesting. And little girls said, me too. I want to do that. I want to be that. We've done the opposite in technology. We've perpetuated images of men and not women who are not interesting, who are not social, who are not collaborative. And little girls have said, not me. And we've told them, you're not smart enough, you're not good enough, and they've opted out. And we're missing out as a nation.